Hey everybody, I'm Rocky.
I'm Sarah.
And with our powers combined, we are SavageDisneyPins.
And we're really bad at posting content.
We are freshly back from a trip from Disneyland, California, where we ate all the foods.
We ate so much food.
It was Lunar New Year, which is one of my favorite festivals that they do in the park. Sarah got to experience Disneyland in a way she's never experienced it before. Working. She found a little port for power, some Wi-Fi, and she worked 2 days in the park. Meanwhile, the Lunar New Year parade was happening. People were playing music in front of her. It was good times.
Yeah.
But we are going to give you an accounting, a reckoning, no, an accounting, our review of the Lunar New Year Festival and the foods. Most importantly, the lovely foods that they had at the park.
We didn't get a lot of merch from the New Year Festival. They did have a merch booth, and we glanced at it a couple times. They had a couple t-shirts, stuffies. I forgot to take a picture of it, so sorry. But we really didn't get any merch. We did, however, go through the Magic Key line.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called. Special corner. It used to be called like the AP corner, and I'm not really sure what they're calling it now. But they were giving away these Lunar New Year buttons, and it says Lunar New Year, Disney California Adventure Park, and it has the Magic Key logo on the side and Raja. So we did get a couple of those.
You did buy some mystery boxes of Lunar New Year. Were they this year's Lunar New Year boxes, or were they left over from?
I got some mystery box pins.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those are really, really cool this year.
Yeah, they're really cool. They are a bunch of the characters dressed up as animals from different years.
Yeah, in traditional like parade costumes. So if you think of like the dragons and stuff that they do during the Lunar New Year parade, that's the type of costumes the characters are wearing.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed them.
There was also a free little like kids art. They have had this in years past too.
You can color the back.
But there's little tables and you can color in the back of these. And they change every year, obviously, for the year. So this one says Year of the Tiger on the front. I will say one of the things that I have recently started getting as kind of like a souvenir for the festivals that I go to, a lot of times Disney will put out a specialty gift card for the festival. So recently I was in Disney World, and I was there for the Food and Wine Festival last year, and so I got a bunch of gift cards for that, and they're really cool. So I put like $20 on it because I know I'm going to spend it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to bring home like a little souvenir. So it says 2022 Happy New Year Disney gift card. It has some little characters on it, and they're nice. You can like put it around your wrist. So I just used it at a couple booths. And honestly, if I hadn't used it all, you could still use it like Shop Disney or one of the other merchandise locations, Emporium, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Disney money spends the same anywhere. And then I got to bring home this cute little gift card.
All right, well, let's get to the reason everybody is here. The most important thing that I think Disney California Adventure has to offer is the food booths. So
Yeah.
good. There is some things that you need to know for when you go to Lunar New Year, or, same thing with...
Kind of any of the festivals at California Adventure.
Exactly. They have special lanyards that you can purchase.
I did put my button on here. That doesn't normally come with it. But I thought it was a cute little addition, so I threw my button on there.
And what's missing is you can see that the edges are perforated. There are 6 tabs on this particular card that you can redeem from any item, excluding alcohol drinks, at any of the booths that are set up around really the opposite side to Pixar Pier in California Adventure. You'll save about $5 on these passes if you are a Magic Key holder. That equates to about $6.67 per tab.
Whether you're a Magic Key holder or not, do the math before you start throwing these tabs around places. So, the math is simple, right? So we bought it for $40, divide that by 6 tabs, and it was like $6.60 some odd cents, right? So we were gonna make sure that every food item that we used a tab on was a greater dollar amount than that $6.67. If it was under that, like the pistachio cold brew that I got, which was only $5. I just paid for that and saved my tabs for a food item that was like $8 or $9.
Each booth that you walk up to will have 2 lines. One line to order and another line to pick up the items.
It's definitely not a secret, but it seems like a lot of people still don't know about it. I think they even advertise it there. In the Festivals of California Adventure, if you know the 6 items that you're gonna eat that day, go to the booth that has the shortest line and order all 6 items. You can order items from the other booths. It doesn't matter. For the love of all things Disney, keep your receipt.
Yeah, if you lose your receipt, you don't
your
get your
SOL.
Food. Yeah.
But keep your receipt, and then all you have to do is go to the pickup lines at all the other booths. So what we did was we ordered, like, at the time I only wanted 4 items because we had a couple days that we were going to be using our pass. So I knew that on this one day I was going to use 4 items. So I just ordered all 4 of their items. They happened to be from 3 different booths, but then the pickup lines were all really easy. So I just ordered once and then went to 3 different booths to pick up when I was ready to eat them. We ate like 2 items and then putzed around for a while, did some pin trading, went on a couple rides, and then we were like, getting a little hungry. And then we just went and showed our receipt at the other pickup line.
Again, do not lose that receipt.
Yeah.
I will also offer this
He
advice.
didn't hold the receipts.
Yeah, no, I didn't hold the receipts. I mean, from the time I check out at Costco till I have to get to the door, I frequently lose my receipt. It's fun. The other bit of advice I will offer is this. The parks are busy again. If you go during a prime time eating, like close to dinner, close to lunch, the lines are going to be super long.
Yeah.
So go in between. Go like late afternoon or early afternoon and get your stuff before the crowds get there. Otherwise, it's a long line. Now, the first item I ordered was from one of the standard restaurants, the Paradise Garden Grill, and they have Lunar New Year options. Now, they have smaller sampler size, and
that you can use a tab for.
That you can use a tab for. However, it was like the only thing I'd eaten that day, so I wanted to get something very large. So my first item was the pork banh mi, and you got like fried rice.
I just had a cup of fried rice, and it was like $3, and it was glorious.
It was a good amount of fried rice.
Yeah.
The pork banh mi, it was fine. It was okay. It was slightly unrememberable, but it was good. Would I eat it again? Yes. Was it worth the $13 or so or $14 that it was? No.
Wish you could have used a tab on that one.
I should have gotten a smaller one, but I was really hungry.
For dinner, early dinner, it was like 4:30-ish. I've got some coffee. That was the first stop on my dinner tour. I had the Pistachio cold brew, and it was delightful. Normally, I don't like honey in my coffee. I'm like a honey and tea kind of person, not a honey and coffee kind of person. But this had like a creamy, like honey cold brew with pistachios on top, and I'm like drooling. But for reals, the first thing we ordered was noodles from the Longevity Noodle Co.
I ordered the spicy pork Dandan noodles, and they were okay. Probably my least favorite item of the whole trip. The noodles were kind of al dente and cold and really greasy. The pork was all right, and it had a little kick to it, but not much.
I had garlic noodles.
And they tasted like reheated leftovers.
So, I actually really liked them. I don't generally like Italian food very much. And they were a little Italian-y for me because it was just like noodles, butter, and garlic.
And Parmesan, right?
But the garlic, there was so much like oil-soaked garlic.
And
it was good. I enjoyed it. My next item was from the Lucky 8 Lantern booth, and I had the shrimp fried rice. So I had fried rice twice that day, but they were both very glorious. The fried rice is worth the price. It's the same rice that I had earlier, kind of like your basic fried rice. I don't know, there was like additional spices to it, maybe 4 or 5 pieces of shrimp.
Good size shrimp too.
Yeah, a little bit of bacon on top, which I probably could have gone without. It
It made it a
It
little
was
greasy.
good, but like it didn't really need it, in my opinion. And then some like little green garnish on the top. And it was a massive portion.
Yeah,
for like little sampler size foods, it was a really good sized portion of food.
It was the most filling item that we ate on the entire trip from our tabs.
Yeah. And then your next item.
I had the pork bao, like a little bao bun. It was...
And that was from the Prosperity Bao and Buns booth.
It was delicious. It was so good. This is where it really steps up in food. It was unique. The pork was cooked perfectly. It wasn't dry. There was a lot of flavors. The balance of cilantro, the hot peppers with that barbecue pork, and the bao bun was perfect. I think I ended up getting it twice while I was there. It was so good.
Yeah.
At this portion of the trip, we had to take a slight break from eating all the foods to go hang out with some cool friends. We got to meet some fellow YouTubers, Practically Perfect Every Right.
He says that like we're taking a break from eating the food to not go eat all the food.
Well, yes. Well, we had a reservation at Lamplight Lounge, but we met with Practically Perfect Every Bite, Mariella and Octavio over there. The nicest people in the world you will ever meet, and their channel is awesome. And I think I just gained 10 pounds thinking about all the good food on her channel. This is a food-centric video, and it was very appropriate that we hung out with him. We also got to hang out with Luke Antunes, who also vlogged this occasion. So go check out his video. We'll put it in the comments down below.
So we ate all the food.
We ate all the food. We went to Lamplight Lounge, and
they had some special Lunar New Year offerings, which was really cool. So I had a lot of the restaurants around the park area will do specialty things for events that are going on. So it was also February is Magic Key Holder Appreciation Month, so there was like stuff for that throughout the parks, and then there was also kind of like some Lunar New Year stuff scattered throughout too.
I like how Magic Key Holder Month is in the slow time of the year, and it's also the shortest month. Come on, Disney, you're better than that.
So neither of us actually ordered anything that was specific to Lunar New Year.
I got like a
Knew,
ratatouille.
yeah, and I kind of knew what I wanted going into it. But however, for the table, we did order the oolong donuts.
Yeah.
Like specialty donuts. So they're these little like donut hole bites. They're not donut holes, but they're like pretty small donuts.
Mini donuts?
Yeah, like mini cake donuts.
Yeah.
Covered in like cinnamon sugar. And then there's like a oolong dipping sauce, and it was delightful. For breakfast the next day, the very first thing that I ordered was the macaron from Red Dragon Spice Traders, which is like the first booth that you come to. Also always seemed to have the shortest line, both for ordering and pickup. It was a Mickey purple sweet potato macaron. A red macaron filled with purple sweet potato buttercream and creme fraiche center.
It was good. It's not too sweet. I don't know how they get that macaron texture on something so large. They nail it. They have the...
Yeah, they figured out the science behind... Disney in general has figured out the science behind macarons and mass producing them. But these were absolutely gorgeous. Like, the picture... It tasted exactly like it should. And it was absolutely glorious. And, breakfast of champions.
From the same booth, I started off with Impossible Meatballs.
Oh, I think that those may have been one of my favorite items of our journey.
Holy crap. I was not expecting it.
You drank the sauce.
The sauce was delicious. The Impossible...
He ate them. It was just 3 meatballs in like a bowl of like a soy sauce-based sauce. And he ate the meatballs and then like gave me the last half of a meatball because we, try and share some stuff. And he was like, can I have the cup? Can I have a cup back? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, and like drank the sauce. It was so good.
And those Impossible Meatballs, how do they taste so good?
Yeah, they were really good.
They're their own thing, but they have a wonderful consistency. The taste was pleasant. Mm-hmm. I mean, I didn't feel like I was substituting or missing anything.
Yeah. So I had the macaron, you had the meatballs, and then I had the spicy 3-cup chicken served on a bed of jasmine rice. And it was a little hot.
It was the spiciest thing in my opinion that was there.
It was definitely the spiciest thing that we ate. It had kick. It cleared my sinuses. It was like that heat where you can still taste the flavor, so it wasn't just like burning your taste buds off. It was really good.
It was spicy enough though for her not to be able to finish it, so I got to eat a third of it.
Yeah,
It was
the last bite had so much sauce on it that I just was like, I'm sweating and I don't know if I could do this. Back to Lucky 8 Lantern, and you had one last item.
Then I had the beef bulgogi short rib.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a close.
Green onion salad. Rice and green onion salad. It was really good.
It was really, really good. The sauce was perfect. The beef was tender, wasn't dried out. I recommend. 2 thumbs up.
We definitely didn't try everything. I don't eat a lot of pork, so like my extent of pork consumption is like a little bit of bacon. You kind of took the lead on that one and ate all of the pork items that you wanted to try. Highly recommend the gochujang wings. They are delightful.
Yeah. They're in a weird little kiosk in the seating area by the Paradise Garden Grill.
Yeah. They're good. I mean, that's why the line was so long. It was busy. The line was long everywhere, but the gochujang wings are really, really spectacular. So I am a little bummed that I missed out on that. They also have mandarin orange cotton candy at that booth. I'm a little bummed I missed out on that because I did really like that too. The shrimp fried rice, that was like top on my list. The macaron, top on my list. I tried all of the things that I like really, really wanted to eat, used our tabs, had some fun.
Yeah, I recommend the Sip and Savor if you're going to participate in Lunar New Year. As far as other things that we enjoyed, the music is always really cool during Lunar New Year. Unless you're working, 8 hours in the same spot, and then you get to hear the same 6 songs over and over again.
I saw the Mulan processional, I think 4 times.
And the Mulan processional was...
It was really cool,
It was really cool. Because it was the weekend before the Super Bowl, they had like the whole ESPN sports desk set up on the pier where they do the show, so there was no show. I imagine that prior to them setting it up, they probably had a show where the parade would end, they would do a show on the stage and then march the parade back like they had done in previous years.
I don't think they did that this year, but they have done that in the past.
Yeah, they did have a little area next to Paradise Garden Grill in the wing stand where you could actually meet characters. Like we got to see Minnie Mouse dressed
all
up.
like from a distance. And the lines weren't too bad to meet the characters either.
And they had live music. They had a trio of ladies playing traditional Chinese instruments. And they would play some traditional music, and then they would play Imperial March.
Like, yeah, Star Wars music and Disney songs,
Which is pretty cool. We highly recommend the Lunar New Year Festival if you have the opportunity to go.
Festival's over for this year, but there's a lot of similarities year over year for the Lunar New Year Festival.
Well, that's all we got. Next year, go to the Lunar New Year Festival. You're welcome.
Check out the other festivals. There's Food and Wine coming up.
Ooh, Food and Wine.
Yep.
We want to know, did you attend the Lunar New Year Festival this year? If so, what was your favorite item to eat?
What did you eat?
What did you eat? Do you agree with our opinions?
Did we miss anything like outstanding and amazing?
I know in the past I've had the cocktails. We didn't do any alcoholic beverages just because it was hot and it's hard to drink and then go get on Incredicoaster. Just I'm getting old, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button down below.
For more content, hit subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell for notification when we come out with new content.
Until next time, stay savage.
Bye. Bye.